It's a very fine line. People have to understand that the seller is the one that has decided to engage you. If you're wanting to sell your house, the seller has entered into a contract with a real estate agent to be represented. The seller and the agent recognize the value of the property, and the seller, you that are wanting to sell your home, recognize the time and effort that the agent has to expend in closing that property and hopefully giving you the resources you've had tonight to protect you. For that, they should be compensated. If you're in an environment where closing costs are needed because the buyer doesn't have enough money, just the down payment to purchase your home, then you would agree as the seller to pay those costs. Our job on the lending and on the realtor side is to convince the bank and put a case forward that would allow the seller to then pay those. Technically, you as the seller are paying them, but they're coming out of the bank proceeds, the money that the bank is actually going to pay. So technically, it's a very fine line, but technically it is really the seller that is making those adjustments and paying those costs. It just so happens to be that it's coming out of the bank's net figure or proceeds. So it's a lot of consumers call and go, well, my house is up for sale. I see that I have $6,500. I agreed to pay the buyer. I don't have $6,500. And we go, no, it's part of your closing costs, which the bank have incurred as an expense and are willing to pay for you. It's not like you have additional costs unless at some point in time the bank comes back and says we are too far apart between the buyer and you, and somebody has to share in the pain, or somebody's trying to do a short sale and they've got $100 grand in the bank and the bank wants a little bit of skin in the game. Sometimes they'll ask you to come back, but the majority of the time it is the seller that is paying, but the bank is releasing those proceeds. Good way of explaining it?
That was well put.
Thank you.